How's it going, everybody? Bryan Alvarez here on Wrestling Observer Live. We are here every day, Monday through Friday, noon Pacific 3 Eastern, Sundays 3 Pacific 6 Eastern, Saturday mornings with Jim Valley, 10 a.m. Pacific 1 Eastern, Sundays with Andrew Zarian. And it is Wednesday here on the show, and you know what that means? Tonight is AW Dynamite Maximum Carnage coming up here tonight. 5 segments announced for the show at this point, as far as I know. We're going to be talking about that, as well as tomorrow's TNA Impact debut on AMC, which I will be watching. We'll talk about that on Friday's show. Friday, of course, has SmackDown. Saturday's got TNA Genesis, and also a AAA debut on Fox in Mexico. We'll be talking about that. And a lot of other news to get into on top of all of that. Filthy Tom Lawler's joining us here today. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about the article that Dave did, the win-loss records of WWE wrestlers, a number of dates worked, what he thinks about limited dates, basically everything we talked to Lance about yesterday. Get Tom's thoughts. As also a grizzled vet of the Ring Wars. Also got a bunch of contractual notes. Some new people have, they've re-signed with TNA in advance of the AMC debut. We have got a bunch of signings to WWE, actually. And also some notes on the WWE tryouts that have been taking place in Orlando. We've also got 2K update, WWE 2K26. We got the Mexico notes. John Cena talks about quitting. And we've got a bunch of ratings notes. It's like everything is different. SmackDown, terrible. Collision, terrible. Raw actually did fine. So we'll talk about all of those today. Plus, of course, the NXT TV report in the final segment of the show. If you'd like to join us here today, 425-780-7566 is the number. That is 425-780-7566. F4WOnline at gmail.com. F4W Online, Threads, Instagram, and Cameo. Back in a moment with more Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful.
I am going to channel the well-known, infamous roast of Bryan and Lance.
Oh my God.
I vaguely remember this.
Lance was a champion in virtually every company he has appeared in. While he did hold the distinction of holding 3 titles, that angle fizzled out faster than his podcast Killing the Town.
Wow. I now remember this utter disaster of a roast.
Let's get Lance a chair to sit in. And as we do, could we also bring someone up here to show him how to use it? I remember that chair shot. I don't remember who it was on, but
utter silence that this roast was met with.
Tom, at least I was smart enough not to do those chair shots again.
Bryan, besides me, there are others who I'm sure dislike you, like Vince Russo, Eric Bischoff, but I think you're great, like a guiding light or a father, which is why I'm not surprised when you screw me every week. The best-selling author of The Death of WCW. He had just completed his new book, for which actually Lance Storm wrote the foreword, which is 3 more than most wrestling fans know.
Hideous. Atrocious.
It must be hard when you look so young. If I didn't know better, I'd say you had your grandma's jeans. But actually, if the camera panned down, I bet Lance is wearing them. Anyways, let's start the show. Carmelo went for the La Mystica. Andrade went for the Message.
It's actually not the La Mystica. It starts like a La Mystica, but the La Mystica is actually a submission. And he doesn't land in the submission. He just does the whole slam part and then jumps up.
Yeah, the La Mystica is a tilt-a-whirl head scissor into a Fujiwara armbar.
Into a Fujiwara armbar. The La Mystica is not the submission. Do not tell me
I didn't say that was a submission. I said the La Mystica involves the tilt-a-whirl facebuster into the submission. The whole thing. Why are you so angry?
Well, you just changed what you said and lied. Right?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't land in a submission. He just slams them. So it's not a La Mystica.
I believe that's the actual move.
Okay,
but
whatever. Who cares?
I just hope editor Sean pulls up the exact clip of you saying Lemistica's a submission and then denying it afterwards.
Lemistic is actually a submission. I didn't say that was a submission.
Lemistic is actually a submission? I didn't say that was a submission.
Editor Sean.
Back at the show, Bryan Alvarez here, Wrestling Observer Live. Filthy Tom Lawler joining us here today. And before we get into all the news, and there is a lot of it today, yesterday Lance and I were discussing the article on the front page of WrestlingObserver.com about the WWE schedule and how, for the first time, God, ever, the Iron Man of WWE for 2024, the man with the most matches over the course of the entire year for WWE, was LA Knight with 64 matches. 64.
The Iron Man.
Yes. And we were talking about the schedule and the fact that there are just as many injuries with fewer dates than there were when people were working significantly more dates. And what is your take on dates, Tom? What's the perfect number of dates a guy should wrestle to, or a lady, of course, to stay in ring shape, so to speak? And do you find it more valuable to wrestle more or less often? And what do you make of still so many injuries with so few dates for so many people?
Well, there's a lot of factors that play into this because the style of wrestling that is done greatly depends upon how often you are wrestling, the surfaces on what you are wrestling, the conditions in what you are wrestling. I could wrestle every single day. I could do it, but it's going to be boring. There's not going to be a lot of bumps. You know, the crowd, quite frankly, they don't want to see two guys amateur wrestle for 3 hours or they don't want to watch, 30 guys amateur wrestle for 3 hours at a professional wrestling show. So what has developed is the style of wrestling which we have today, which relies on acrobatics, a lot of bumps. And while the rings and surfaces are much better now than they were before, people weren't taking the risks back in the past that they are now for the most part. So a whole lot of nothing is basically what I just said. If it was up to me and you were wrestling what is basically the modern style of professional wrestling, I think 2 times a week is about perfect. 100 matches per year. It gives you enough time to recover, but also keep your timing down. Now, you also should be doing training outside of that, whether it's in the professional wrestling ring, whether it's on the mats doing jiu-jitsu, whether it's doing striking, whether it's, even like high rocks or CrossFit. You have to do more than just show up and wrestle every single week. And yeah, I think that the amount of injuries that are happening now are in part due to the body not being calloused to a certain extent. I know that, for instance, I haven't taken a punch, a legit punch, in years. And if I step back into the gym and started boxing or kickboxing, it's going to take time. It's going to take weeks, maybe even months for my body to get accustomed to that again. And if you don't use it, you'll lose it. And that's what happens in professional wrestling as well. So I think you have to keep a constant schedule, but not overdo it. And you made a good point. You said, around 100 matches a year is good, and I agree with you.
Well, I don't know if we're going to be hitting that number for a lot of people. Keep in mind that 64 that we talked about, that's not the average. 64 was the Iron Man. Like, if you go through that list, a lot of people only had like
Okay.
30 matches over the course of the entire year in WWE. 30.
On the flip side, I will say, after watching NXT last night and looking at these stats, they need to do more of what they did with a guy like Shiloh Hill, who I have never seen really until the past few weeks, but he doesn't look out of place. Sure, there's stuff he could improve upon. Sure, he's green. He doesn't have all the experience, but he doesn't look lost out there.
No,
because
and
he had
apparently-
those matches this past year.
Yeah, at
right?
the beginning of
But
the year,
then
he
go
wrestled
watch,
a ton. They had a
go
bunch of
watch-
those house shows.
How many matches has Jasper Troy had?
Not very many.
Okay, because I see him who's been on TV. They've pushed him, and there to me is a stark contrast
Oh, yeah.
between those two. And I would imagine it's due to the fact that Shiloh Hill had more matches last year.
I think that the main thing, because I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, long time wrestler, and who had also been a trainer. It wasn't Lance, and
Dixie Cat.
they were making the point that everyone talks about you need more matches and everything to get better, but like really, what does that mean? After about 3 years of regularly working, how much better are you really going to get?
You need more matches in different environments.
Well,
you don't necessarily need more matches. That doesn't it's like going to the gym and training jiu-jitsu doesn't mean you're necessarily going to get better.
Yes,
You have to actively improve.
Well, what my point was is that you're right, but I think what I'm talking about in terms of getting better is merely, and it's basically what you said, it's experience. It's being able to adapt to different situations. You have an opponent you don't normally work with. Some spot goes awry. Whatever. If you have experience, I mean, for example, I've been laughing about that spot on Collision where the guy's out of position and these two guys crisscross for like and it's like the funny thing is most people after that video came out, the one thing I heard was I could not figure out why they were doing that. Like, they didn't know that anything went wrong. And it's the same thing, like a lot of matches, because, I was a wrestler, I'm sure you as well.
You couldn't tell when Wheeler Yuta did a front flip over the ropes to no one,
I mean,
and then threw some punches on the floor.
The point of it is, like, a lot of times spots will get botched, and if they're green wrestlers, like, everybody watching knows that something went wrong. But if they're good wrestlers, a lot of times fans may notice, well, that was weird for a second, but they don't even notice anything went wrong because the veteran wrestlers, they can handle these situations when things go wrong. Whereas if you're inexperienced, something goes wrong and this whole thing collapses.
I couldn't tell you. I've been on countless amounts of shows with Wheeler Yuta, and to no detriment of his own, I'm sure he's been in plenty of matches where stuff just went wrong because it was an indie show.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So that's one of the things that you can improve with experience. It's not like you're going to get better at doing a body slam. It's not like you're going to get better at doing a suplex. You're going to get better at dealing with situations.
You know what? I wrestled Wheeler Yuta for that ROH Pure title on Final Battle a few years ago. And you know what happened in that match? The referee screwed up the finish.
Was it your favorite referee?
No.
Oh,
no.
Too bad.
But somehow the referee got like caught up in us as we were doing the finish, and we pulled it off.
That's what you do when you have experience. So that's why I think that experience is valuable, obviously. It's not like all of a sudden, hey, I wrestle like The Miz, but if I keep wrestling, eventually I'll wrestle like Kyle Fletcher. No. You're always going to wrestle like The Miz, but you can be more competent at wrestling like The Miz, right? Anyway, we got a lot of news to get into here today. A lot of contract news. AMC debut for TNA is tomorrow night, and John Schuyler will be featured on the show. Let's see.
That's the big news?
I guess, re-signed. Well, there's just a bunch of names. He's re-signed for the show.
The Rascals apparently have not re-signed.
Well, we'll see about that. Ollie, Cedric, Jody Threat, Hometown Man have all re-signed. Those we know. Steve Macklin signed an extension. John Schuyler, I guess, is signed. And yes, it is very much up in the air. Let me just put it this way. There's a lot of rumors about the Rascals.
You're saying it's sky high up in the air?
Yes, it is sky high up in the air. A lot of rumors about the future of the Rascals. And we'll know more based on these rumors. I would say by next week we'll know a lot more. I'll just put it that way. I don't know what's going on. But back in a moment to talk more of this Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful.
Happy birthday, dear Granny.
Happy birthday, Granny. Happy 95th birthday.
Thank you.
You got balloons behind you as well, Vinny. People can't really see them.
No.
They think it might just be your hump. But it's a very festive
I
day
should not
today.
laugh at that. That's a horrible insult that you just gave.
Yeah,
me.
you laughed. It was a good one.
But it was funny.
Happy birthday!
Okay.
Happy birthday, Granny!
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, I don't even know what you just said. Okay, go.
Bye, girls. Close the door, please. Rob Wanska, a top fan. That granny is one of a kind. If you cannot see that, you're blind. Whether she's knitting a quilt or giving Brian some guilt, she's the greatest old gal that you'll find.
Was that, who was that?
Producer
That was
Rob.
Rob.
Producer Rob?
Yeah.
Fine
like
job,
that.
Rob.
He has talent?
Thank you,
For him.
Rob.
Wow.
This is Mariah May versus Anna J. Anna has a problem. Her top seems to want to drop down. She has to keep pulling it up. Mariah pins Anna for the win. I think Anna just gave up due to the fact that her wardrobe was malfunctioning.
That's what happened?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, if they wore decent clothes, it'd be better.
Hmm.
Those T-straps are ridiculous.
Those what?
T-straps. Don't you know what a T-strap is?
No, I do not know what a T-strap
I don't think
is.
there's a T-strap in Brian's closet, Granny.
No.
I don't know.
T-strap. Oh, a thong? Why don't you say a thong?
A what?
Never mind. You don't know what a thong is?
No.
Why are we having this conversation?
What part of the body is it on?
Does it go on the
woman.
top or the bottom?
On your
Butt?
butt. Yep.
Okay.
Granny had to be very careful. So it's a thong.
Why are we having this conversation?
According to the Old Testament of the Bible, who is the father of both Isaac and Ishmael?
Job.
Abraham.
Wrong.
Oh, really?
Abraham.
I just.
Did you say that?
Yes, he
I'm so-
did.
Yeah. I
Oh, okay. You're right.
Yeah.
I just didn't hear you.
Well, Granny, I hope you had a happy birthday today.
I had to.
Hey, we got a special present for you. You are officially being inducted, yes, into the Hall of Awesome.
It's about time.
Yes. You know what that is,
Oh,
Granny?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I want everybody to see this. How can I show it?
Clearly, Granny is really excited about being inducted into the Hall of Awesome. She's busy showing off her trophy.
Is that an old gray mare trophy?
It's got a horse on it for some reason. Back in the show, Bryan Alvarez here, Wrestling Observer Live. We got a lot to get into, so let's get going. Brandon here, by the way, says a trained wrestler, an experienced wrestler, sounds like a musician who doesn't just know how to play the right notes or sing the right notes, but they know how to improvise if a guitar string breaks or if they really hit a bad note but don't freak out about it. I'd say that's basically right. Didn't B.B. King once, like, he restrung his guitar in the middle of a set or something like that? That's a pro right there.
It's like a driver who hits multiple potholes and continues on.
Yeah, like your car flips and you just keep driving. That's one of my favorite
Yeah.
stories ever. I was following. Me and Buddy were going to Oregon, and we're behind this truck with a trailer behind it, and it's like really windy and rainy and everything like that. And we're just driving, and all of a sudden this guy's trailer starts to starts to go back and forth in front of us. And Buddy's like, oh my God, speed up. You got to get past this guy. So I just gun it and I pass this guy. And we look in the rearview mirror and his trailer went, and all of a sudden his car spins in a full circle while going like 60. Goes around twice, straightens out, and he just keeps driving. I was like, that guy's had this happen a time or two. Didn't freak out or nothing. Anyway, besides TNA, Keanu Carver, the Vanity Project, and I think there was another name, Eli Knight. Yeah, they've called up a bunch of different people to try to fill up the roster. So, we talked about a couple of weeks ago, these Vanity Project guys, I mean, they weren't even under WWE deals. They were ID guys. So they were like making no money, working Evolve, and also working NXT dates. But I don't know if this is the right word to use, but it was the word I was told yesterday. The ID program has been gutted in the sense that there are a lot of ID guys who are no longer ID guys because they've been signed. And so they're trying to replenish NXT. And, the NXT show, if we talk about it, if we have time, I mean, the show I thought was fine. I didn't think it was a great show. There was nothing too appalling about it except...
Excuse me?
There was actually a lot of interference and stuff.
No.
But,
God.
and there was a promo that was infuriatingly long. Anyway, the point is, by NXT standards, it was fine. How about that? By a normal show standard...
Well, yes. By NXT standards, it was normal because it had one of the worst speed matches in the history of man.
Oh, God, stop. Stop. They've had much worse than that one. In this run of NXT? Anyway, the point is, as we'll get to, the one big difference, I mean, as bad as the show was, 2-3 weeks ago, at least they had stars. Man, they've gotten rid of so many of these Obafemis and Trick Williams and Javons, and it's just like, man, you watch the show now and it's like we're starting all over again. We still got like Ricky Starks and guys like that, but I mean it's a noticeable difference in star power now.
Yeah, like as far as a monster goes, Keanu Carver is no Obafemi. You know what I mean? He walked out and he laid out.
Well, they're trying to make him Obafemi. It's like they're just trying to make a brand new Obafemi.
Obafemi's gigantic.
Yeah.
Obafemi's way bigger. You know what I mean? Like, Keanu Carver was impressive for what he did, but, I mean, it was like in a position where they could have had 10 other guys do the same thing, and it probably would have come off just the same.
Okay,
Why don't you just do that with Jasper Troy if you're going to try to push him so hard? You know what I mean? He's already been out there. You could have had Deion Lennox lay all these guys out. I don't know.
So I want to mention that if you go to the front page of WrestlingObserver.com, the full list of men and women from the WWE's latest tryout, it's up there right now. I'm not going to read all of them, but the notable thing that I want to mention is there are a couple social media influencers who got tryouts. There are a few real athletes. There's a gymnastics regional champion, KJ Johnson. There's a track and field star at Michigan State and a couple of those. There's actually a Mexican MMA fighter, Regina Terran.
Yeah, I've seen her fight actually before on Combates America.
But the notable
She's
thing...
got something, Brian. She's got some charisma.
The notable thing here is most of the women are athletes, MMA fighter, social media influencer, vlogger, and snowboarder. Like, that's what we have for the women that are on the list. For the men, interestingly enough, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 indie workers, which is the first time they've had anything near this number of indie guys since, I think, 2022. It's been all about trying to get athletes and, NIL, this and that. This tryout, especially for the men, tons of indie workers. So we'll see who ends up getting signed and who does not. But that was a tryout that's taken place. Took place, I guess, this week in Orlando. So that's the update.
Yeah, and they kind of run the gamut when you look at the guys that they have at this tryout, too, because you got Starboy Charlie, who's really young.
But has been around forever.
Yeah, there's Tyler Jordan, who is from the Midwest. I may have even wrestled him. LeBron Cazone, who was the trainer of Javon Evans.
Wow.
Who I've also wrestled, who is, I believe he's in his 30s, probably mid-30s. So that's a name that you don't normally see on there. Nor Diana, who I believe recently wrestled Mercedes Moné.
Lost a title to her.
She could be a star as well.
Okay, the update on WWE 2K. Apparently on the internet somewhere, there's a report that there will not be a 2K26 video game this year. But I have been told that that is not true. And that, in fact, in December, they did shoot the commercial for 2K26. And that commercial should be airing imminently.
Who cares?
Well,
can we get the old Midway-style games back with the digitized Yokozuna and a ham?
I would not hold my breath for that, Tom. Mention a couple of... actually, I should mention John Cena. For those of you that are unaware, he quit in his last match, but he did an interview and talked about his final match where he said, thank you for reminding me you're allowed to have your opinion. And thank you for not just conforming to a certain set of standards. Thank you for being vocal enough to express how you felt, because every moment can be a teachable moment. My job is to try to put together a story that I think you all will enjoy. And when there is critical opinion out there, I'm all ears, says John Cena. I don't ignore the critics. I'm thankful for them. Washington, D.C., and every match I've had before that. Like I said, I guess kind of a parallel to my career. I think it was a perfect end because a whole lot of people thought it sucked. And a whole lot of people thought it was special. And that's kind of been my story for 23 years. So I thought from that perspective, he says it was perfect. So there you go. John Cena's on my side, too. Glad that's my opinion. All right. Should mention that the Raw show on Netflix vaulted back into the Netflix Global Top 10 now that Stranger Things has ended. So,
well, there's some new markets too, right?
They do have some new markets, yeah. 3.2 million global views, 5.9 million global hours viewed. But I would say, new markets aside, this is mostly, there's no more Stranger Things taking up 8 of the top 10. And then for SmackDown, holy smokes, 990,000 viewers. They dropped below 1 million and did a 0.26. They did go head-to-head with a college football playoff game.
Oh, that was a killer.
3.86 rating and 17 million viewers. So that sucked for them. Collision died a death, 271,000 viewers and a 0.03. Same number the show did last week. Ties the lowest rating Collision has ever done in that category. You want to know an astounding stat? Are you ready for this? This will tell you how television has changed and how anybody that, there's obviously stuff to learn from the ratings, but television has changed, okay? This SmackDown on Saturday night.
Friday.
I'm sorry, Collision. It's Collision I'm talking about. Collision on Saturday night did a 0.03. Okay? 0.03 on Saturday night. All right? Exactly 20 years ago this week, TNA Impact also aired on Saturday night. Do you know what that show did in the demo?
Better.
0.9.
Whoa.
TNA Impact on a Saturday night did 0.90. Collision on a Saturday night 20 years later, 0.03.
Well, yeah, but TNA probably had that huge MXC lead-in. They might have had Deadliest Warrior.
My point is,
right before
times have changed.
A great battle between the Taliban and Greek antiquity soldiers.
Times have
Who
changed.
knows?
All right, so we are going to head to a commercial break. We will do a quick NXT report, but before we do that, when we come back, Tom is going to reveal all of the different, was it categories we're going to say?
There's only 4 categories.
The 4 categories and the 4 nominees, and as you read them, I'm going to put them on Twitter for everybody to vote. Everybody has 1 week, right?
That is correct.
Because we have no show on Monday for the holiday. So that's coming up after the break. I'm going to load up the Twitter. Stand by, everybody. Wrestling Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. It is the annual Christmas show. We have Big Vinny V as always, who's wearing a hat.
Can confirm.
Sean is here as always. He is not festive at all.
I forgot my hat.
Granny is here. Granny, what's going on?
Hello.
Craig is here, not festive at all.
Yep.
And we have Filthy Tom. Oh, boy. Should we do shots now?
No.
I think I should probably watch this for a second. Oh, my God. Granny is doing a joyride.
I thought they were going to be here.
A box of tissues. Clearly that was for Vinny.
Scotty's.
How dare you? Yeah!
Who is this? My guest?
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
John in Memphis is on the air, and he is hammered. I'm a cool guy, right? I'm invited to the barbecue. God damn it!
Merry Christmas!
I got sober up for this call.
Yes.
That's a girl.
Oh, is this Harley Cameron? I love you.
No, I even put
I
on the
love you.
American accent.
It is? Everyone shut up.
Hold on.
You are the most talented performer in the entire business.
Yes, man.
What are you doing in pro wrestling?
First of all, you've been far too generous and kind, and I appreciate you.
I don't think I've ever seen Vinny that happy before.
Bro, ladies and
Yeah, I'm
gentlemen,
gonna open a
welcome to the show today here with Filthy Tom Waller and the Goon Squad.
Tom, what are you doing?
I gotta pee.
Well, go pee then. Don't do it on air.
Hola,
Way to go.
Hola?
¿cómo estás?
Is this the Beast Mortos? Yes!
That could not go any better.
The Beast Mortos is here on the air. Beast, how you doing? He sounds very agitated, Vinny.
I'm starting to get the feeling this is not a live call with the Beast Mortos.
The Beast is short-circuited. No! That's the moon!
¿Cómo estás?
What is happening?
Hello, Brian.
Is this Don Callis?
Rob is using the Meltzer star rating for his urinal visits. Just so you know, I'm 7 stars, baby.
Ah!
So that's it.
If it's 7 stars, I want to see it.
What? All right, Tom's going to read the award categories and nominees, and I'm going to put them up here on Twitter. So let's do it.
Why don't we talk a little
X.
bit about why we're doing this in the first place?
Because you're angry about the NXT awards,
I
which
am
sucked.
so angry about those NXT awards, which were all wrong. They got every single one wrong. I figured we should subject ourselves to the very same thing and let the fans vote like they did the NXT awards, and let's see if they also get it wrong.
Filthy Tom Awards 2025.
No, they're not Filthy Tom Awards, Brian. You know.
What are they?
You know as well as I do that I got input
That's
from the rest
true.
of the people on the Wrestling Observer Live staff. So this isn't just me coming up with these things. This is a group effort in many ways.
World
So
Awards 2025. All right. Go for it.
So, and you could feel free, Brian, to add in if you have any suggestions or discrepancies, but 4 categories: the male talent of the year, female talent of the year, tag team of the year, and match of the year. So let's start off like NXT did with the male talent of the year. Anybody you'd like to nominate, Brian?
Oh my God, are we start? I thought you had them all listed.
I do. I have
Okay,
a
we'll
list,
do
you
them because we'll
fool.
never get through here if we do it this way. Who do we got?
We'll get through them. 2025, of course, the year of John Cena in many ways as he stepped away from the ring on his long retirement tour. Also a great year for Konosuke Takeshita. Put on great matches. The number 1 rated match, according to Dave Meltzer, featured Konosuke Takeshita, who also won the G1 Climax, also was the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Gunther, who not only ended John Cena's career, but had multiple title reigns, very few losses throughout the year. And the final participant, the final nominee for the male talent of the year, Brian, Javon Evans.
Excellent. All right. Posting this one.
For the female talent of the year, a lot of tough choices. Personally, my pick for the year, Io Sky, based on her absolute tremendous in-ring year and really becoming a breakout star to the public. The Tokyo Sports Award-winning Saya Kamatani, who was the Stardom champion. And then I'd have to say, based on her star presence, Toni Storm. And based on her many wins and title belts, Mercedes Moné. I wanted to say JC Jane, but I had to let the truth win out there, I guess. Tag team of the year. The first nominee, the Hardys. The PWI number 1 tag team of the year, the NXT and TNA tag champions for a lot of the year. Brodito, who had a spectacular reign with the titles and many great matches, although that team seemingly has been split up already. We have the Knockout Brothers, the IWGP Tag Team Champions. Hear me now, Bo Bloodfire. And the final nominee, if you're going to have the Hardys on there, you got to have the team that defeated them and ran the NXT tag division all year, and that is Dark State.
Disgusted.
Well, and finally, match of the year, Brian. Choice coming to us from Lance Storm, Mustafa Ali, and Mike Santana from TNA Rebellion, highly rated by Dave Meltzer, and Cage Match, April 27th. A choice from you, Brian, Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball Bailey from the Continental Classic AEW Dynamite, 9.27 on Cage Match, 5.25 stars from Dave Meltzer. The much ballyhooed, talked about, much loved career-making match from last year's Wrestle Kingdom, Kenny Omega and Gabe Kidd. And the undoubted frontrunner, only a 6.39 on Cage Match. Less than 4 stars from Dave Meltzer. But 1 billion stars from Bryan Alvarez and Tom Lawler. The Wyatt Six versus the Psycho Circus from AAA on the 20th of December.
All right, they are all posted. And we'll get some votes in and see how things go. Very interesting so far in the voting here. Huh. Wow. I'm
Already
not
some
gonna
interesting
spoil. We've
votes?
actually got some interesting. We got votes coming in. We got over 100 votes for male talent.
Oh, it's good. Well, I know who's going to win that one if you're listening to this show.
Man, oh man,
So
interesting.
get out there and vote.
Yeah, get up there on my vote. Get up there on my X and vote. Get up on my vote. At Bryan Alvarez on X/Twitter. And we'll... By the way, there's an After Dark today. Just thought I'd throw that in there. We're going to talk the Shroud of Turin.
Ooh.
Yeah, be very interesting. 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern, Sports Byline. We'll talk more about that later. All right, very quickly, let's do this NXT report. You got like 8 minutes.
Yeah, Ava opened the show. She was already in the ring. The NXT title was laying there where Obafemi laid it down last week. So I guess they turned the lights off. Everybody left, and they just left the belt there. Ava
It's been there all week.
She gave a quick pep talk about seizing the opportunity. She was interrupted by Ricky Saints. Said there's a lot of talent around the ring that's going to be the future, but he's the now. He wanted the title handed over to him. Ava announced a 6-person ladder match for the title on February 3rd. Qualifiers start next week. Nothing better to determine your singles champion than a 6-person match where no one needs to be pinned or lose the fall.
Yeah, great idea, Ava.
Ava hooks the belt. It's raised high above the ring. A brawl breaks out. Keanu Carver, who I've never seen before, just walks out from the back in all black. Starts thrashing dudes, throws a bum in the crowd.
Starts thrashing dudes. He powerbombed the Virgin through the announce table and literally left every single person in the ring dead.
I thought it was Ricky Smokes.
Well, someone told me it was the Virgin.
I don't think Ricky Smokes is a virgin, is he?
Well, Ricky Smokes
act like one.
he was around later, so I don't think it was him.
I think they all got beat up. I thought he press slammed Jackson Drake into a bunch of people.
He did that too.
He
literally killed everybody.
They have an entire roster of guys that all look the same. They all look like the Vanity Project now.
Well, yeah. No, one of them looks like he's 12.
That's Brad Baylor.
Yes.
Ava found out someone was on their way, and Robert Stone said Blake Monroe's in the building. She's got a lot to say. Kalani Jordan lost to Lola Vice. They mentioned, Brian, Lola Vice won the 2023 NXT Breakout Tournament.
Yeah, they did a great job with her afterwards.
3 years ago?
Yep. I don't think has she ever won a title? Didn't she get beaten when her dad was there?
Correct.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, she lost multiple matches for the belt.
Do not, hey, let me give you all you ID
in front
guys,
of her hometown crowd.
all of you ID guys that are signing with NXT. Let me give you just one quick piece of advice: don't get over. Thank you.
Lola Vice knocked out Kalani Jordan with a back fist after Kalani got caught grabbing the ropes during a schoolboy was it a schoolboy attempt? That was a roll up. Anyways, the ref caught her, and then Lola hit the back fist, won. I think Kalani's improved as a heel.
She's much better as a heel because she does less goofy stuff
over the last few months. So I thought it was pretty good. Tavion Heights took on Jasper Troy. I hated this match. This was a speed title match. Only in name, not in execution. I didn't think either guy looked particularly great.
Well, Tavion at least was trying to win quickly, but Jasper then cut him off and put him in frickin' holds on the mat in a speed match.
He did a great splash off the top, but what this made me want was Tavion Heights doing anything else, anywhere else. I'd like to see him in AAA, in Noah, on the main roster, doing something other than losing to a black hole slam in 4 minutes and then getting beaten up by the Tiger King afterwards. We had an amazing segment backstage where Ren and Kendall seemed to want to get Kendall a rematch with JC Jane. Zaruka entered, and they're total heels. They're like, you guys are done getting title shots. You lost anyways. Then, like, Zaria's like, Ren, don't you want the title shot? And she goes, no way. Kendall's way better than I am right now. She should get it.
I did laugh at that.
What? I mean, it's true. JC pops out from Ava's office, and she's like, shut up. And then they all go in the office. They're informed that next week there's be a 3-way number 1 contenders tag match. The winner's get a shot at the TNA Knockouts titles. It'll be Zaruka versus the Ren QCC versus Fatal Influence. So Zaruka's heels now.
No.
Yes.
No.
They were total heels in that.
No.
Okay, so Lexus King has amalgamated into Michael Hayes and the Tiger King somehow. Chase U's not happy with him. Stax and Ariana like him. Miles Bourne grabs Robert Stone, demands a match to qualify for the ladder match. Ethan Page also wanted a qualifier for the ladder match, but Ava told him no. If you're going to give up that North American title, he says no. She says, fine, you will defend it against Ilio LaFleur as he debuts next week. Whatever. French luchador.
Yeah.
I got an issue with that. Blake Monroe was interrupted by Jada Parker.
We don't
Jada
have.
Parker
Hey, listen,
beat
I
her
need the
up.
whole Bryan and Vinny show tomorrow to talk about how much I hated that Ethan Page Ava segment. Why in God's name would he have to vacate the North American title if he won the world title? He literally has 2 titles now. God, this was stupid. And now he gets nothing. He's not in the. Oh God.
How come Sol Ruka didn't have to give up her?
Exactly. Stupid.
Shiloh Hill challenged Stax for the international title. I really like this match until the god-awful Zeus-forsaken finish. Like I said, Shiloh Hill, he's
you
got
mentioned
something.
the return of Jada Parker in that Blake Monroe segment?
I did. Jada beat her up.
Yeah, Jada also got 2 over. Taken off TV. They finally brought her back as a baby face, at least.
She was still way over.
Well, at least she's a baby face now.
Yeah.
Before, they booked her as a heel and she was over, and so they got rid of her. She wasn't hurt. She was doing shows. Just off TV.
We had the NXT's Mr. Rogers taking on Stax, like I said. I don't remember Mr. Rogers surfing the dark web.
No.
And having
or
a
hacking.
Popping out, but whatever. Ariana interfered like 3 times right in front of the ref who saw her get involved. Saw her turn over a small package so Stax could win. Did nothing but count the pin. I could go on for the whole Bryan and Vinny show.
Oh,
about these freaking refs.
how she turned over the stupid pile and the referee acted like he didn't see it.
Stupid refs. But you know what happened in the next segment? Izzy Dame came out, cut a horrendous promo. The crowd chanted boring. Tatum Paxley came out, laid out one of the refs with a headbutt, and they're like, oh, that's going to cost her big time. Why? Why should it cost her? The refs just do whatever the hell they want. It doesn't matter. They don't pay attention to the rules. There's no recourse. They do an awful, awful job at their actual job, and nobody does anything. Tatum Paxley should be able to lay every single one of them out with a headbutt if she wants to.
Or a chainsaw. Back in a moment with the main
wish you
event.
would've knocked me out with a headbutt so I'd have to watch it.
Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Granny, what have you got today?
Okay, everybody be quiet, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Google, tell us a joke.
What's the most musical part of a turkey? The drumsticks.
Hey, Google, you suck.
Well, I am still learning. What should we fix?
The guilt in the response.
Hey, Google, that's enough. Hey, Google.
Shut your hole.
Hey, Google.
Hi there, I'm listening. How can I help today?
Hey, Google. Shut up.
How can I be of service?
No, that won't quit.
God.
Hey, Google. No more. Stop.
This is how the war with the robots begins.
Name the hip-hop group that asked the question, are you down with OPP in 1992?
Granny, I will pay you $100 to read that again, please.
Yeah, can you read more?
Name the hip-hop group that asked the question, are you down with O.P. in 1992?
She somehow made it better. Oh, period. P
Stop the show
period.
now. We have peaked.
P period.
Please send those edits to Brian's email.
Are you down with O.P. On the show, The Big Bang Theory, Leonard and Sheldon are both physicists. What is there? At what?
What the hell just happened right there?
Physicists?
Yes.
Physicists?
Yes.
Yeah. I lost my track.
You lost your crack.
You were at Sisyphus.
In what city was Nipar
Brooks
Shakur shot and killed?
Excuse me, say that again.
In what city was two-pack.
Two-pack. Vegas.
Vegas Strip.
Yep.
Join us.
Thank
Yeah, you know, we got a trip to the Vegas Strip, by the way.
You can get shot too.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, Google, take a nap. Hey, Google, wake up. Hey, Google, are you awake?
Here's a YouTube music station called Are You Awake?
Hey, Google, stop.
Wrap up that main event, brother.
Yeah, the refs can't do their job, and neither can I. So we're in this next segment. Anyways, Joe Hendry took on Dion Lennox, no DQ. The OTM and rest of Dark State were on the floor. Basically, they were de facto lumberjacks because they just had a straight wrestling match early on. Eventually,
half of it.
Dark State got, yeah, it was like 20 minutes, and like
And then
15
not only
of it
that,
was,
it's like
was
half
no
the-
interference.
Half the match is a straight match. Then one side interferes, and the other side outside just stands there. Then the other side interferes, and the side outside stands there. And finally, we get a brawl, and they just go to the back. That was something else.
Yeah. And then, to make it even better, Dion Lennox, he's going to hit Joe Hendry with a chair, but he is attacked from behind. How did we not see this coming? Oh, my God. I can't believe we didn't notice this back when they had that pay-per-view from Prescott Valley, Arizona, or whatever it was, and he made his big return. But it was right in front of us the whole time. We should have known Tony D was going to attack Dion Lennox, choke slam him, then he was going to choke slam Joe Hendry, and then he was going to stare at Ava. How did we not know this? Oh, my God, Brian. Where's that Raven clip? Can we get it?
What a mark.
What a mark.
Total cluster of a finish. Security hit ringside. Tony kills everybody. I don't know why they had to have security out there when one guy interfered in a no DQ match after 7 guys had already interfered in a no DQ match, but they did. And then he stared down Ava and left. He's I don't know what he is. Hey, tomorrow, everybody, Bryan and Vinny show. We'll be covering everything. Tom's doing Observer Live solo tomorrow. I'll be back on Friday for Fun Friday, as well as tonight with Wrestling Observer Radio with Dave. Tomorrow, the Bryan and Vinny show. After dark, 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern, talking the Shroud of Turin. 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern. However you're listening to this show, we'll see you in 1 hour, and we'll talk some mysteries. Talk to you next time, Wrestling Observer Live.